Hi. Hello, everybody. I'm... Hi, Yao. Yeah, doing a little secret stream-ish, trying to get things started up around here. Yeah. So, I'm trying to treat these as the same way that artists do sketch streams. I've been wanting to get back into reading VNs again. So I needed to get back on top of this and read some VNs. So glad y'all could be here. I'm reading Cienie today. Practicing my Polish. Hopefully everybody can hear everything all right. There should be game music playing right now. And I'm getting to show off the PNG tuber that Chopper did for me. Chopper is the artist for Unveiling. He does super hot artwork, and he actually recently quit his job and is doing commissions full time, so go commission this man. I will definitely be sharing contact info later when I have more of that figured out, but right now we're just making sure I can actually get all this running. Yeah, absolutely. Lycanthrope, hello. I will be uploading this to YouTube. Well, yes. So the goal is to record like I would be for my normal VN reads, like I used to. The difference is, doing this on Twitch, y'all get to listen to me record stuff. So, I'm going to be doing my normal reads and voices and clipping it all together into just a clean read. But I figured give people a peek into the process. So yeah, you know, feel free to yap at me while I'm in here. I'm just going to be reading stuff, doing my best to do what I'm wanting to be your finished takes. I'm going to be stitching this all back together with actual game visuals later. Proper intro and all that. Just like I used to, because it's been a while. I haven't posted stuff to YouTube in years. Yeah, one take. You know, like, and that used to be how I would do it. When I first started, and I had no editing software to speak of, except for Audacity and a hope and a prayer, I used to record the audio. That was edited, but then I would try to screen cap the game and do a perfect playthrough. So if I clicked wrong or early or anything like that, I had to start over, and those were like hour-long videos when I was starting out, and that was silly because I didn't know anything about editing. But you know, you learn as you go. And I've definitely learned a lot in the last couple of years doing voice acting stuff and reading VNs. Oh. Yep. Yeah. If you had to write on the picture every time that you used Control-Z to undo a line, I wonder what that would look like. That would be funny. But okay, let's read Cienie today. Trying to get back into VNs, and This is one that I heard about, oh gosh, like a couple years ago. Year and a half-ish. And it's an investigation story. This is your main character. Sulky-looking Kato. One of multiple main characters, but he's the main character perspective. Tomasz. I'm gonna be working on my Polish pronunciation, so if folks catch anything funny, feel free to let me know. If you hear a flub, let me know. I gotta make sure to clean things up later. This is just the raw edit. So, let's get started, shall we? A classic... Whoa, wow, already off to a great start. Fantastic. A classic detective investigation about a deceitful stay-at-home husband who's been cheating on his poor, hard-working wife has finally reached its conclusion. We've caught him red-handed, thanks to Tom's help. Alas, I can't say it was a pleasant case to work on, but it's one of those small, doable cases that we both need at the moment to boost our spirits. It was a good idea to assign Tom to take these pictures. That kid has a knack for getting himself into deep waters, so might as well channel that into something productive. Still, given what's been happening in this town recently, it's become a risky job for him. I pull out the keys from my pocket, sliding it into the door's keyhole into my office. The office light's still on. Tom? The office looks tidier than usual. Perhaps Tom cleaned it up. Still, whenever he cleans up, he tends to leave office items in very odd places. I head down to the bedroom connected to the office. The door is slightly ajar. I wouldn't be surprised if he had stayed here overnight again. Well, it's not much of a bedroom per se. There are only some really old wooden shelves and a trusty couch where I usually sleep. I take off my jacket and toss it onto the couch. The room is in a perpetual mess, but that's fine, because I've made a mental map of where everything is supposed to be. For instance, these files that Tom was tasked with sorting out today. Even at a quick glance, I can tell the most recent ones are missing. Oh no. Tom's been spending a lot of time poring over those. Maybe they're in the office. Sitting down behind the desk, I look through the pile to make sure the files aren't there. Oh, that was a funny transition. Let's back that up a little bit. But this is our other main character, Markus. Markus. We'll see how I pronounce that. Probably just Markus. As I turn on the radio, it crackles a little before picking up transmission of a news broadcast. I take out the last cigarette from my breast pocket. I'll need to remember to buy more. Or I should quit smoking. Cheaper option. The police are still dealing with complaints over the botched investigations of the missing individuals in Ciepnevo. Did I get that right? Ciepnevo. Alright, let's try that one more time. The police are still dealing with complaints over the botched investigations of the missing individuals in Ciepnevo. The radio blares the voice of one of the townspeople being interviewed. It's been almost 3 years... Oh. Interviewer. It's been almost 3 years and we still know nothing. How long must the victims' families put up with the cops' incompetence? That was such a dopey... How long must the victims' families put up with the cops' incompetence? With a deep sigh, I turn off the radio. Police losing the trust of the people isn't uncommon anymore. Most officers fail at handling even the most routine tasks, and often put people in danger. I run my fingers through the files in the drawer. That case file isn't here. Did Tom take it? Did Tom take it? I take out my cell phone to dial Tom's number. But I realize the battery is already dead. At least the office telephone's always working. Hey, it's Tom. Sorry, but I can't answer right now. Please leave your mail. Please leave your mail. Why is this so silly? And this is what it's like in the voice booth. All right. Hey, it's Tom. Sorry, but I can't answer right. That's the other thing too. This is a voicemail message, right? So he might be in a different mindset or attitude than normal. Hey, it's Tom. Sorry, but I can't answer right now. Please leave me a message. Damn it. I dial his house number instead. Hello. This is Tom's dad. Hello. Carl, it's Markus. Is Tom home? Wasn't he with you? He hasn't come back home yet. Did he do something? Nah, nothing. Goodbye. I immediately returned the telephone handle back to its cradle. Hey, Elstar. Glad you like it. With keys in hand, I dash downstairs. He probably thinks he's helping, but I'm honestly afraid he might be making things worse. I head out of the building and hop into my car. Within moments, I'm speeding through the familiar streets of this seemingly tranquil town. Title screen. Okay. The nice thing about this VN is that they change the file folders. Yeah. Yeah, I've noticed mobile Twitch is not the nicest. In fact, I think it might be toasting my phone right now. No, it's actually doing okay. Okay. Alright, back to Tom. My boots are now drenched, with the streets full of deep puddles in this rain. But I'm not gonna budge. I keep peeking over the corner of the wall, waiting. The bull's in there. Oh, that was a funny take. The bull's in there. Trying to reassure myself, as all I can do now is wait. This is the place. The place our missing guy has been visiting recently. He had been missing for a month, according to the file. Eventually, he came back and started acting strange, his mother told Markus. Only to then disappear again. It's been 4 days since then, and this is the place he goes to every night. The gas station manager stated that Camille often just stands outside. Let's check the pronunciation of that. Camille Novak. Camille. The gas station manager stated that Camille often just stands outside. Almost as if waiting for someone. Markus got footage from the manager. After seeing it... Oh, that was weird. Markus got footage from the manager. After seeing it, the client confirmed it was her son. The real question is, of all disappearance cases, why is he the only one that came back? I mean, if someone wanted to vanish, they wouldn't be strolling around so nonchalantly. But did he want to vanish? Uncertainties fill my mind. I need to stay focused. With a deep breath, I try to quell my impatience. This persistent rain is wearing me down. Tempting as it is to check the time on my phone, I know it'll only heighten my frustration. My frigid and damp paws struggle to even hold the camera properly, and it almost slips out of them. Damn it. Just then, the wind chime sings. I rub the rainwater off my brows, trying to focus on the figure leaving the gas station. It's him. I spot his horns first, which match the ones in the pictures. There aren't that many bulls living in this town. It's definitely him. I snap a picture just in case. Keeping a safe distance to avoid being spotted, I start following him. Even having done this before, I get nervous. The pitter-patter of rain thankfully muffles the sounds of my footsteps. Although the tricky part is to avoid stepping in the puddles. The bull presents a towering figure, the streetlights casting a huge shadow behind him. I shift between different hiding spots, behind a lamppost, next to a row... I shift between different hiding spots, behind a lamppost, next to a row of flower pots, right behind an old bare tree. At this rate, I'm pretty invisible. It's fun to think so, at least. At last, we arrive at a long stretch of road. As the bull stops, I dash into a nearby alleyway. But he starts walking again, only to stop a couple blocks down the street once more. And then again. Each time it seems like he's reached his destination, he instead lingers near some house before moving on. It's odd behavior for sure. Maybe this is what his mother meant. Or is he on to me? He seems to thoroughly examine each place, but for what purpose? Markus was told that the bull doesn't have many acquaintances in the town, or at least not ones he still keeps in touch with. Without knowing for sure, however, it could be reasonable to assume the houses might belong to those old acquaintances. It's definitely a lead worth checking. I will have to run by the addresses later. Ensuring both the bull and the building are captured in the frame, I discreetly... Ensuring both the bull and the building are captured in the frame, I discreetly snap photos from different angles. Then, I back off into one of the alleyways, just as it appears that he is heading towards the bus stop. There's only one bus passing through here at this hour, with its final stop in a nearby town. Is that where the bull is staying? I check my phone for the time. 22:36. If I remember the schedule right, the bus should be here soon. Before I can get any more shots, a familiar-looking car gently cruises from the opposite side of the road, accompanied by a droning noise. The driver slowly rolls down his window, revealing the German Shepherd's disgruntled stare as I hide my camera. Get in. Let's try that again. Get in. I simply smile back at him. Oops, busted. One more time. I simply smile back at him. Oops, busted. I hurriedly approach Markus's car, but not before taking a quick glance at the bus stop. The guy's already gone. With the bus already there, I'm unsure if the bull did get on it. Either way, the bus is now speeding off to its next stop. The mood is quiet, except for the occasional roar of the car engine when Markus presses the pedal. The raindrops falling onto the windshield sound almost like the static noise you hear on TV. Markus takes his sweet time before finally saying something with an exasperated sigh. You know, I thought we were supposed to be working together here. I thought we were supposed to be working together here. Not having anything to say to that, I give him another awkward smile. We discussed this already. I'm your boss. I doubt I can weasel myself out of this one. Hey, I'm sorry, alright? And just because I also happen to be your friend, that doesn't give you a pass to take my stuff without asking. Being fired right now wouldn't really surprise me. I know, you're right. To be honest, I was expecting some excuses. I can still come up with some. No need. You have them with you? The files? Yeah, in the bag. You didn't get them wet, did you? Markus focuses on the road while holding his cigarette between his fingers. He occasionally puffs out smoke. Nope, they're in a plastic cover. All right, you can drop them on the back seat. I nod, shifting around in the seatbelt as I retrieve the case files from my bag. Following Marcus's request, I place them in the back seat. What made you take them? You knew I was going to find out. There was a phone call from the gas station shortly after you left. The manager, I think. He couldn't reach you on your cell phone. Markus reaches into his pocket, pulling out his phone. It's dead. He said that Camille was there. So, did you learn anything useful? He was acting strange when I was following him, inspecting some random houses in the neighborhood. At first, I thought maybe he was hiding in one of them. The German Shepherd fumbles around with one hand as he tries to plug in his phone, his ears twitching to signal that he's still listening. But that wasn't the case. Instead, he was just snooping around. I took some pictures of him. I relay all of my observations, mentioning the addresses of the places he was inspecting. Finally, I get to Camille walking to the bus stop. He probably got on the bus? If you mentioned it earlier, we could have followed it. It was already leaving when you came. Never mind that. I'll check the photos soon, and I'll personally handle the investigation. Alone, from now on. Come on, I want to help. We already talked about this. You're supposed to do everything under my guidance. Remember? That was the deal. Yes? You can't be playing detective. You don't have a license. As someone who studied law, you should know you could get a fine or jail up to 2 years. I sigh, looking out the window. Can't see much in this heavy rain. As annoying as it is, he's right. Then you know I'm not doing this on purpose. You did good out there. Reckless, but good. Thanks. I rest my head against the window. But punishment must be handed out. You're going to sort files in the back room. I couldn't even get through one of the shelves. As much as I'd love to do that, unfortunately, tomorrow is my shift. As much as I'd love to do that. Oh, maybe I'll keep that. I don't know. We'll see. As much as I'd love to do that, unfortunately, tomorrow is my shift at the shop. Didn't I send you my work schedule? Markus points at his charging phone. You probably did. Can't say I've looked at it yet. I guess you'll get a little break. But the files aren't going anywhere, unless you're planning on taking them again. His lips curve into a cheeky smile, his tail thumping on the seat. He sure is happy with himself. Har har, I get it. So, how'd you find me? Well, you took a specific file, and that was the last case I mentioned to you. And then, I just drove around town until I spotted you. Oh, why? I expected trouble. Luckily, it didn't come to that. Will you tell the cops about Camille? No. Since this guy didn't really disappear, I doubt they'll get involved. I see. He's not wrong. The cops barely involve themselves with anything here, with the constant excuse that they're spread too thin. They were on high alert after those first few disappearances, but those cases went cold too. Hey, cheer up, bud. We'll figure it out. Markus pats me on the back. It takes him a moment to realize how soaked my fur is before he takes off his paw and wipes it on his trousers. I let out a chuckle as he tries to recover from that silly blooper. All right, let's get you home quick. You're soaking wet. The last thing I want is for my car to smell like a wet cat. Oh, yeah, as if wet dogs smell any better. I give him a smile before turning my head to look out of the window again, my house now in sight. Anyway, I'll involve them as soon as I know more. All right. As we stop at the front, Markus suddenly grabs my wrist firmly. A little bit more urgency on that. As we stop at the front, Markus suddenly grabs my wrist firmly. As we stop at the front, Markus suddenly grabs my wrist firmly, almost as if trying to pull me back into the car. Before you go, after the last time, has he... Not since you broke his nose. Not since you broke his nose. All right, good. Just checking. I nodded him as I exit the car, leaving my camera bag on the seat. Don't worry about the camera. I'll transfer the photos and return it to you later. That's fine. That's fine. See you around, boss. As the rain finally subsides, I stand there and wave at him. I guess when it comes to detectiving, I'm gonna be stuck behind the desk. I guess when it comes to detectiving, I'm gonna be stuck behind the desk. As I step inside, a familiar scent greets me, but it's not exactly a fragrance I long for. The air is thick with the putrid stench of alcohol, hanging heavily in every corner of the house. Aw, thanks, Zev. I appreciate you boosting me. Any opportunity you can get to help me grow, I appreciate it. I lock the front door. The TV is still on, broadcasting a live football match. It's the World Cup qualifier, Poland versus Kazakhstan. I briefly wonder who will win, but I'm not about to stay to find out. Dad, an oversized and lethargic old cat, is passed out on the couch in front of the TV. I reach out and switch it off, silencing the constant stream of noise that serves as a backdrop to our lives. An empty can of beer and a half-empty bottle of vodka lie on the table next to him. There are at least 3 more cans on the floor. This isn't the first time I've seen him like this. Won't be the last, either. I simply ignore the mess and head upstairs. With each step I take on the creaky wooden stairs, I'm conscious... With each step I take on the creaky... I simply ignore the mess and head upstairs. With each step I take on the creaky wooden stairs, I'm conscious of the need to tread lightly so as not to disturb the slumbering beast downstairs. As I enter my room and flip the light switch, a sense of relief washes over me. Finally home. This room is the only place in the house where I have any semblance of normalcy. My desk is stacked full of... Hydrate. Gotta hydrate. I do appreciate the, nod to other VNs in the posters that Tom has on his wall. I have to admit, I haven't read a whole lot of superhero VNs. Pretty much just glory hounds. Maybe I should change that. If anybody has any recommendations, let me know. My desk is stacked full of comics, newspaper cutouts, and notes. The bottle of my meds is next to the stationery. I forgot to take them today. That was stupid of me. I take the pill and swallow it quickly while stashing the bottle into the drawer. Not today, demons. I should probably charge my phone. I give myself a pat down, and that's when I realize my phone's missing. Shit, where is it? Maybe I left it somewhere. I rummaged through my pockets one last time, finding nothing. I probably put it in my camera bag, meaning Markus has it. Whatever, it's fine. I can wake up without an alarm, no problem. I'm screwed. I take off my wet clothes and hang them on the radiator. Then put on briefs and a t-shirt to sleep in. Instead of lying down, though, I keep glancing at my desk. I just can't help myself. I know Markus said he'll take care of things, but I pick up my notes, trying to see if there's anything I've overlooked about the bull. Camille's disappearance. Descriptions. Name: Camille Novak. Gender: male. Age: 26 years old. Nationality: Polish. Species: bull. Height: 189 centimeters. Weight: 90 kilos. Features: white horns with gold rings, black hair, bluish-gray fur, purple eyes. Last seen: Creaking Pines gas station. Missing since 25th of August, 2016. Additional notes: came home after disappearing for a month. Disappeared again 4 days later. Police didn't entertain the second report from his mother. According to the owner and workers, he often stands outside, sometimes buys cigarettes before leaving. Footage shows him there many times after his disappearance. His mother confirms that it's him in the footage. New notes. Was found inspecting random houses. Need to check those houses later. Camille's mother told Markus that they were really close, and that he was unhappy, but he always talked about it with her. He struggled to find a job, and it weighed on him. His mother supported him regardless. Camille started leaving the house at weird hours, coming back the next day or really late at night. Then she received a phone call. He said, "I'm sorry," following which he disappeared. Now, a month later, he's back, waiting for someone or something at that gas station. And inspecting some houses. Definitely sounds like he got mixed up in something shady. Maybe he was or is associated with the dangerous group of people. That would make sense, considering the phone call Mrs. Novak received. Maybe he wanted out, and they didn't want to let him leave. If that's the case, it would mean the houses are, what, a target for something? Now that I know which places he was observing, it might be easier to learn something. I write down the addresses of the houses he inspected. A quick yawn escapes me as I scribble on the paper. I should be in bed. My other work starts early in the morning. Gathering the scattered notes on my desk, I stack them into a neat pile. Then I flop into bed. Lying there, I realize I still need to turn off the lights. The bed is so comfy, though. I groan into my pillow, trying to gather all the strength I have left to get up and turn it off. Before I can do so, a noise makes me jump. It sounded like it came from the corridor. I look to my door, expecting Dad to enter. When he doesn't, I get up from my bed, opening the door and glancing out into the dark hallway. Seeing nothing, I shuffle back into my room and lock the door. I have no idea why I did that, but it does make me feel a bit safer. I turn the lights off and slip back into bed. I lie there in pitch darkness, trying to discern where that sound came from after all. Part of me hopes that I just imagined it. It wouldn't be the first time. Just then, it happens again. I look around, barely moving my body. It appears to be coming from outside. I don't know if I might pick that up, but my neighbors really is coming from outside. It appears to be coming from outside. I slowly get up and approach the window. The darkness makes it hard to spot anything. takes my eyes a bit of time to adjust, but as they do, I spot a figure standing outside. In a rhythmic fashion, he kicks my wooden fence, stands still, and then does it again. The horns and clothing. Is that Camille? What the fuck? As he stands there, now motionless, I try to get a better view. He suddenly turns around, focused on the forest behind, and for a moment, it looks like he's talking to himself. A sharp pain pierces my head as the floor beneath me becomes shaky and uneven. A sharp pain pierces my head as the floor beneath me becomes shaky and uneven. Camille looks straight at me. The bull blurs into and out of my focus. Our gazes lock. I'm completely petrified. My shoulders tighten while I hold my breath. It's too late to hide now. He knows I'm watching. He must have seen me follow him. Fuck. Part of me wants to back away from the window and go back to bed. To pretend this is just a bad dream. But I can't. It might be my only chance to learn something. Despite all my instincts screaming at me not to do this, I open my room window. We stare at each other in silence for what feels like an eternity. In the end, I lose the staring contest and decide to speak up. Who are you? What are you doing here? Not knowing how much he knows, it's probably safer to play dumb. You shouldn't have done that. You shouldn't have done that. My body freezes again. His voice is hoarse, rough, as if he's just finished a marathon. While I struggle to get out a proper response, the bull keeps staring back at me. It feels like his ears. It feels like his eyes are piercing right through me. I don't know what you're doing here, but... Do you see them too? What? He doesn't respond, but keeps his gaze on me. There's only an agonizing silence. It feels like forever before he turns around and simply walks away. I want to yell after him, but I can't. All I can do is stare at his back as his form fades into the darkness. As soon as he disappears, my motor function returns. I back off from the window, closing it. The pounding in my chest slows down as I sit on my bed. The fuck was that? There's something seriously wrong with this guy. I should call Markus. Right, my phone's gone. With a deep breath, I lie down, facing the window, almost as if I'm expecting him to be out there again. One question lingers on my mind. He obviously saw me follow him, but how did he find me? Trying to think of every possibility, my mind begins to spiral. He didn't follow us. That would be impossible, right? Then, does this mean he already knew where I live? And if so, does that mean he knows something about Markus and me? My mind racing with questions that I can't answer is draining, though. And before I even realize it, I am out. I wake up to a sharp, almost bright blinding light coming from my window. I wish what happened yesterday had just been a dream at this point. Sadly, it wasn't. What do I even do now? I grab some fresh clothes and stumble out of my room to head to the bathroom. It's hard to get the image of the bull staring me down out of my mind. I should visit Markus and tell him what happened. Then again, I should probably not skip work at the shop. I need the money. After taking care of my basic hygiene, it's time to face the real beast. I get downstairs and bump into the empty cans and other rubbish strewn across the floor in the living room. Annoyed, having forgotten about the mess down here, I kick one of the cans. I just need to make sure I've got everything before I head off. I don't have time for breakfast. Only after putting on my shoes do I realize they're on the wrong feet. Good job, Detective. Good job, Detective. Can't you be more quiet? My head is throbbing. So, like every day? After tying my shoes, I hurriedly get up on my feet and put on my jacket. Don't you have work today or something? Don't be smart. But yeah, I do. Heading off in an hour. Dad glances at the clock as if to make sure his statement is correct. Right, well, I'm already late, so I'll be heading out. He looks at me quickly, but walks towards the fridge, which contains nothing aside from, well, booze. Heading to the shop. Yeah. Dad takes out a can of beer, opens it, and takes a sip before speaking. Really? Are you really gonna drink before work? Think of it as my morning coffee. Right. Do whatever you want then. Right. Do whatever you want then. I grab the door handle. Wait. I flare my nostrils as I turn around at him. What? He sits down by the kitchen table. Putting his beer down. How's the work with Markus so far? Oh, I think I'll have Carl say the Polish pronunciation. How's the work with Markus so far? Good? That's good. Who would have thought you'd follow in their footsteps? Sorry, I gotta go. Super late already. The knock on the door catches me off guard. Caught me off guard, too. The knock on the door catches me off guard. The first thought that hits my mind is that the bull is outside my door. Aren't you gonna open it? I look at him, then back to the door, before swinging it open. A familiar German shepherd greets me. Hey there, bud. You left your phone in the camera bag. He pulls it out of his pocket and waves it in front of me. I know you just can't live without it. Your knowledge truly knows no bounds. I snatch my phone away from his paw. But thanks. Indeed, you've saved my hide. Oh, right. While your phone was in my possession, Anna called twice. I ignored the first for privacy reasons. But when she called the second time shortly after, I picked it up. She said you're on your own for a few days, since she's off with her girlfriend. Shit, is that this week? Shit, it's this week? I forgot about that. Right, yeah, the Occult Fest or something? She mentioned it before. I can only groan at the news. Of course she goes on break on a Monday. Well, whatever happens, I'm sure you'll do just fine. Dad approaches us, locking eyes with Markus in a stare-down. Markus? Markus? Carl? Oh, Carl? Markus and my dad may have been friends once, but not anymore. This is the last thing I need right now. This is the last thing I need right now. It's too early for this. What were you two talking about? Nothing? Nothing. I'm headed out. Nothing. I'm headed out. All right. All right. I shut the door behind me and shove Markus forward. I notice him giving me a concerned look. I let him go and keep walking farther and farther away from the house. Not to pry, bud, but what was that about? What do you mean? He basically shoved me out the door. Markus puts his hand on my shoulder, stopping me, and looks toward the house. Did he do anything? Oh, no. Oh, no, not at all. You sure? Well, it's just... Markus has probably noticed the hesitant cadence in my speech by now. His canine ears are perked up like satellite dishes. I'm having a hard time talking to him. I would say that's normal after what happened. Markus leans forward, his brows furrowed in genuine concern. I stare back into my reflection in his ocean blue eyes. A deep sigh escapes me. It's nothing, really. It just feels like whatever we had as a family is gone with Mom. But I'm not going to mention that to him. Your father's a stubborn man. I doubt he wants to openly talk about what happened. So he drowns it in liquor. I tried countless times to reach out and talk to him about what happened to Mom. Yet each time I was met with silence. A refusal to talk. Well, the rumor's still going around, too. Do you believe what people are saying? I know he'd never hurt her. Listening to the neighbors gossip about whether he might have done something to Mom was hard enough. People have already made up their mind about who my father really is, even though they have it all wrong. So does the police. They found nothing on him. The police aren't going to act on some rumors. Never mind. To be honest, they don't act much at all. That's true. Anyway, sorry. I didn't want to bother you with my problems today. Not a worry. If you ever need to talk, I'm all ears. Like you always are. Oh, let me just... His rigid ears suddenly droop down. Okay, now that just looks like you're not even paying attention. Markus lets out a chuckle, bringing a tiny smile to my face. Then I remember one important thing I've yet to mention to Markus. The nighttime visit from the bull. I feel like I'm about to be grounded from fieldwork even more now. There's one other thing. I'll just get straight to the point. Sure, what is it? Camille was outside my house yesterday. Marcus's brows wrinkle as his gaze locks with mine. Tom, that's not funny. Didn't you say he went on the bus? I said I thought he did. Clearly he didn't. Are you all right? How'd he find you? What did he want? What did he... I gotta get that run. Are you all right? How did he find you? What did he want? Did he say anything? Markus bombards me with questions, but then stops himself, falling silent to finally give me a chance to explain. I heard a noise outside my window, and when I looked there, I saw him. Whenever I blink for just a second, I see his vacant stare piercing through me. When he spotted me, I tried to ask him a few questions. He didn't really answer any. That's concerning. He just said, "You shouldn't have done that," and asked if I could see them too. No idea what he meant. You'll have to be really careful from now on. You'll have to be really careful from now on. I'll contact Igor. You'll have to be really careful from now on. I'll contact Igor. So, you're involving the police after all? No, just him. No, just him. He is still part of the police, though. And Tom, no more investigating this. And Tom, no more investigating this. Do I make myself clear? Well, can't say I'm surprised, but it still feels like a punch to the gut. All right. I'll keep you updated, so keep your phone handy and don't leave it somewhere again. Yes, sir. I give him a smirk and a salute, trying to lighten up the mood, but his brows are still deeply furrowed. Let me drive you to work. You sure? That's pretty far from your place. It's fine. 5-minute drive won't kill me. That's fine. A 5-minute drive won't kill me. We both get into his car. Neither of us really says anything throughout most of the drive. I keep wondering about Camille and what he could have meant. A part of me is really hoping I won't run into him again. It's a pretty short and uneventful ride, but this saves me about 20 minutes of walking. I'm already late as it is, which is my own fault. Markus's fingers drum against the wheel as he briefly inspects the rearview mirror before glancing at me. After your shift, maybe we could grab some hot cocoa? We could, but I thought you hated chocolate. Well, yeah, I'd get you cocoa and a coffee for myself. Dark and brooding, just like me. Wow. Honestly, the only thing dark and brooding about you is your dirty car. It looks like I'm being kidnapped. His tail wags as he chuckles. A faint smile again curls on my lips. On approach to the shop, I take out the key from my pocket as Markus stops the car. Thanks for the ride. Don't mention it. I'll see you around. And Tom, be careful. We don't know if Camille's going to try to do something again. All right, I'll try my best. I open the car door and head out. Looking around, I don't spot anyone walking. I open the car door and head out. Looking around, I don't spot anyone waiting. Good. No customers yet. I head to the back and pause, trying to find the key that opens the back door. Oh, gotcha. As I slide the key into the keyhole, I hear footsteps from behind me. A short old fox is approaching, leaning on a cane and wrapped in thick winter clothing despite the mild autumn weather.
Took you long enough, boy. I've been waiting here for an hour.
I glance quickly at my phone, surprised. There's no way I'm that late. It's now 8:20. I sigh. Oops. It's now 8:20. I sigh. Sorry you've been waiting for that long, but we normally open at 8.
Well, I waited long enough then, don't you think? My old bones can't handle this cold.
It's a warm 18 degrees. At this point, I'd rather be dealing with Camille. It's a warm 18 degrees. At this point, I'd rather be dealing with Camille. I turn back to the door, give the key a final twist, and head inside. Please wait in the front. This is the back entrance. Workers only.
Now I'll have to wait even. Now I'll have to wait even.
I lock the door in her face. I lock the door in her face. I lock the door in her face. I can hear her mutter something to herself. I can hear her mutter something to herself. I hate customer service jobs, but then again, who doesn't? Real. Having put my bag down on the table, I head to the storeroom. There are tons of items for me to unpack and shelve. There are tons of items for me to unpack and shelve. It's going to be a busy day. It's going to be a busy day. I can see the old woman through the glass, her face almost pressed against it. She really can't wait to get in, can she? It almost feels scarier than what I experienced yesterday. I flip the close sign to open, then, opening the door, I try to give the old lady a smile. She just turns her head in the other direction and disappears between the shelves. She clearly likes me. She clearly likes me. It's definitely my natural charm working its wonders. I walk through the shop, checking which aisles need to be restocked. When I glance toward the cash register a couple minutes later, the old woman is standing there, tapping her fingers on the counter impatiently. I rush back.
Good, you're here. Can you tell me why the price of this milk is much higher than that one? They're both from the same brand.
I give her a confused look. One is low fat, and the other... One is low fat, the other one, the more expensive one, is full cream. I think it's like... Oh, gosh. Groscia. One is low fat. The other one, the more expensive one, is full cream. I think it's like 20 grosz. I think it's like 20 grosz more, ma'am.
I'll take the cheaper one. And do you have today's Gazeta Polska?
That's right? Gazeta Polska.
I'll take the cheaper one. And do you have today's Gazeta Polska?
We don't sell it here.
What? Why not? What? Why not?
My boss doesn't like propaganda, I'm afraid.
Nonsense. Nonsense. Do you have any other respectable newspaper?
Let me try that again.
Do you have any other respectable newspaper?
She's a cranky old lady. I have to give her a silly voice. You can also tell by the music. It's the this is the comic relief scene. If by respectable she means right-wing shit, then she's in for a surprise. If by respectable she means right-wing shit, then she is in for a surprise. Let me check in the back. The woman's gaze shifts to the room and then back to me, her expression... The woman's gaze shifts to the room and then back to me, her expression growing more annoyed.
Please, be quick. Please be quick.
Of course. Of course. Of course. Of course. It's my own fault for being late, so maybe she has the right to be a little angry. Then again, people like her are here all the time, regardless whether I'm early or late. As I shift some boxes around, I find a note from Eliash. Eliash, that's right. Eliash Wroszek. Wrzosek. Wojosek. Eliash Wojosek. As I shift some boxes around, I find a note from Eliash. Oh, I don't have my Ellie voice yet. Ugh. Okay. Hey there, kitty. I heard you. That's not. Heard. Hey there, kitty. I heard you're on your own for a few days. If you need a shoulder to cry on, we could go out somewhere. You know my number. Call me. I can barely read that thing, but it makes me chuckle. Is that my Ellie voice? No. Okay. I'm going to take a quickie break. Let me see if I can get this BRB screen. Okay. Yeah, just a quickie break. I'm gonna hydrate and use the restroom, and I'll return soon. All right. Little hydration break there. Alrighty, let's see. Eli voice. Ellie. Ugh, not Eli. Ellie. Eliash. Eliash. Ellie. Hey there, kitty. Oh, God, that sounds so scummy. Okay. Hey there, kitty. I heard you're on your own for a few days. If you need a shoulder to cry on. If you need a shoulder to cry on, we can go out somewhere. You know my number. Call me. I can barely read that thing. But it makes me chuckle. He always finds a way to brighten my day. Hey, Key. Hello, Siger. Welcome on in. This is my sneaky little a practice debut stream. I'm going to be doing retakes. I should put a note somewhere. I'm going to be doing retakes sometimes because this is the audio I will be using for a more polished YouTube video like I used to do for VN reads. So yeah, welcome on in. He always finds a way to brighten my day. Eliash and I have been friends since childhood. He'd already been working as the delivery guy long before Anna. Oh, now I'm second guessing myself if it isn't Anna. We're gonna say Anna for the sake of consistency. Eliash and I have been friends since childhood. He had already been working as the delivery guy long before Anna hired me to work here. We've had trouble meeting up since he now lives with his father, and I don't think that man likes me very much. Before I can dwell on that, though, I hear the old woman cough. Loudly. I eventually find the stack of today's newspapers. I place them next to the cash register. Here you go, ma'am. She glances at what I brought with disgust, tossing some of the newspapers to the side as she looks through the pile.
Nothing good. Nothing good. I guess I'll take the Super Express.
Ah, yeah. The tabloids.
Nothing good. I guess I'll take the Super Express.
All right. Here you go, ma'am.
Thank you.
She nods at me and pulls out her wallet while I include the price of the newspaper in the total. Złotek, złota, grosza, złota, grosza. Okay. That'll be 15 złota. Oh God, it's złota, right? Złota, grosza, złota. That'll be 15 złota and 59 grosza. She just hands me the exact amount, as if she'd already counted how much it cost beforehand. Not that I'm complaining, since it makes my job easier. Thank you for your purchase. Have a nice day. Thank you for your purchase. Have a nice day. She nods without saying anything and heads out the door. Finally, alone and in peace. Time to take care of some unpacking business. There are plenty of items on the shelves that need to be restocked. Everyday household items like soaps, shampoos, paper towels, and stationery. And then, tucked away in the corner of the storeroom, a peculiar box filled with an array of bizarre-looking trinkets. I'm pretty sure that's for Anna's curio section. I look at the door to that part of the shop. It's always funny to me that she sets it here of all places. All those religious folks coming in to buy some hot buns, only to see Anna selling occult trinkets and offering tarot readings. Priceless. The day proceeds smoothly. There are customers here and there. Between my restocking. At times, I even manage to forget about the bull, but That thought always comes back. With the shop now empty, it's time for some shopping of my own. Not being that hungry, I only grab some essentials: potatoes, bread, ham, and some cheese. As I scan to pay for the items, the door chime rings. 4 men enter, dressed in rather dapper attire. I don't think I've seen them before. Welcome. My eyes are drawn to one of them, a wolf with scars across his face and a missing eye. Another one, a deer, approaches the counter, while the rest are looking around. How can I help? We're looking for someone. Okay. Okay. Who? We were told this is his shop. Something isn't right. This is Anna's shop. I try to keep my gaze focused on the man in front of me, but in the corner of my eyes, I see the rest of them wandering all around the shop, making me nervous. Another guy, a wolf, goes back to the storeroom, and as I raise my hand to call out to him, the guy in front of me just shakes his head and snaps his fingers at me. I'm talking to you. I'm talking to you. How should we do? Yeah, okay. I'm talking to you. I'm talking to you. Who the fuck are these people? Pay attention. Pay attention. Sorry. We're looking for Otto Oginski? That's all it is? Oginski. We're looking for Otto Oginski. Oh, they're looking for Otto, Anna's brother. Oh, they're looking for Otto, Anna's brother. You've seen him. Despite their fancy appearance, they emanate a really ominous vibe. I need to decide how to handle it. I've no idea who these people are. Hey, what are you gawking at? Answer the question. The wolf approaches the deer, laying his hand on the deer's shoulder. Calm down. Let the boy speak. Is that the voice? Calm down. Let the boy speak. I'm out of time. Now, I do know a little bit about this one. And that you get points with Otto for lying to cover for him. I don't know what route I want to go with this for the quote-unquote official read that I'm doing. But let's... Hi, Ari. Hello. Welcome in. Let's make nice with Otto. Better safe than sorry. If I'm about to ruin some deal Otto has with them, I will apologize to him later. But if it's trouble, it's better to play dumb. And that's something I'm good at. I just have to make sure I don't overdo it. I smile wide and stretch my arms behind my back. Who? Nah, bro, like, I barely know anyone here. I feel his icy gaze lock on me as I speak. Some bear chick hired me a few days ago, to cover for her. Come on, buy the act. Come on, buy the act. Just for a few days. Need some quick cash, you know? What was her name? Wait, don't tell me. I got it. Hannah? Anna. Anna. It's gonna be Anna. Anna. Yeah, that one. Met her at a party. She's cool. But you're not looking for Hannah, right? Anna. Oh, yeah. Anna, right. Listen, I just met her at a party. I guess I mentioned needing some cash. And she said I could cover for her here. The deer sighs while the wolf smiles. The rest of the men are paying close attention to my performance, too. It's hard to tell if they're actually buying the whole thing. Sorry, but I can't help you more, bro. I almost jump as the door opens again. The hyena enters. Is that Eliash? I can't get distracted. But, wait, Hannah left me her number. Anna left me her number. The deer's gaze gets more intense the more he looks at me, almost like he's reading me. You want it? No, you imbecile. No, you imbecile. We're looking for the owner of the establishment, Otto Oginski. Well, I don't know what to tell you, man. I only know Anna. Don't think I met any Ottos at that party. Fuck's sake, are you dense? The deer looks like he's about to snap. His scarred hand closes into a fist. The wolf steps closer, grabbing the deer by the arm while shaking his head. Fair enough. Even I would want to punch myself at this point. David. The skis. I haven't figured out his voice. Okay. David. David is the estranged friend and brother of Eliash. Artsy kid. Kinda punk, silver spoon. Elias is a nice friend. It sounds like this. So his younger brother. His younger brother. That's a little bit like my ring voice, but that's okay. Sorry to interrupt, but hey, bro! The hyena steps closer. And I finally pay proper attention to him. Except it's not Eliash, and I'm left staring in disbelief. David is back. He approaches me and extends his fist for a bump. That party was on fire. Is that the voice? Blah, 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 blah. That party was on fire. Yeah, that's fine. That party was on fire. I nod at the hyena, an old friend, a former friend. I don't even know what he is to me anymore. But for the sake of keeping up the act, I follow his lead with a fist bump. It sure was. The wolf looks at both of us before speaking with the gentle cadence. I see. Sorry to take your time. No worries, we're all friends here. I extend my fist to the wolf for a fist bump. The man just looks down at it and turns to leave. Hopefully they bought it. With David's help, they should be convinced. I learned nothing from those guys. I hope Otto is in some deep shit. He isn't one to look for trouble. The wolf beckons the rest to follow. Like a pack, the men gather up near the door. If you see Otto, tell him we're looking for him. He'll know what that means. After saying that, they all leave. Wow, acting class as much? I think they bought it. I'm not so sure about that. Oh, I'd have bought it. With a wide smile on his face, he steps closer. Tom, I'm so happy to see you again. It's been years. Nothing comes out of my mouth. I just stare at him. Almost like I'm seeing a ghost that's been haunting my mind for years. Tom? Tom, hey! Are you there? Seeing him with his round doe eyes and dumb-looking smile somehow makes my blood begin to boil. It's been 6 years. I gently massage my temple, trying to quell the burning sensation that's crawled up my head. Before it goes too far, and erupt from my mouth into a fiery speech at David. 6 years since you left without a word. Yeah. A lingering silence envelops both of us as we look at each other, except for the incessant tapping of my fingertips on the counter. Seeing him again should make me happy, but I feel nothing like that. Man, I'm sorry, but I couldn't really be in touch. Man, I'm sorry, but I couldn't really be in touch. Family stuff. Are you kidding me? Family stuff? That's a terrible excuse, especially when you ignored Eliash. Especially when you ignored Eliash, too. After David left without a word, I had no idea what happened. Nobody would tell me anything. His father only mentioned that David left for Germany with his mother. Otherwise, I would have ended up thinking he was yet another disappearance. Are you getting mad at me over my brother? Of course I'm mad at you over him. You hurt him. Fuck, Elias just shrugged it off and said he deserved it. But I know it hurt him. In truth, Elias spoke very little about this whole thing. Hell, I practically had to pry him open so he talked to me. All he could talk about was the rest of his family, and that he didn't want to abandon his father. I mean, the choice to stay with our dad was his. You're impossible. I went with Mom because she needed me. Elias stayed with Dad because he was needed there. We both made a choice. It was easier that way. Easier? You're brothers. Your parents' divorce shouldn't stop you from keeping in touch. I couldn't. What? David's chest puffs up as he clenches his jaw. A short, dejected sigh escapes his mouth. I just couldn't stay in contact, okay? I don't want to argue about that right now. I just wanted to see you. Fuck you. You don't get to say that. Tom, I'm sorry. Sorry? That day it felt like I lost both of my friends. You were just gone. And Elias changed. He was cold, distant. Anna and Otto were still here, but it wasn't the same. After I left for uni, things just moved on. I didn't hear from either of you. How do you think that felt? It probably won't count for much, but I'm really sorry. But I'm back now. Can I ask you something? Sure. Sure. Why are you here? Would it be hard to believe if I said I came back to fix what I broke? And win my friends back? What if your friends moved on and didn't need you anymore? Guess I'll keep trying to regain their trust. I stare deep into his eyes to sense any hint of deception. They say the eyes never lie. But David has always been good at lying. What about Elias? Was he happy to see you? You're not going to let this one go, are you? Not really, no. Well, I haven't talked to him yet. What? The hyena sighs deeply. I will, though. I suppose I'm just unsure how to do this after so long. Well, you've never been one to back down from an adventure. Did he talk to you? After you came back? Yeah. He technically works as our delivery guy now. Oh. Yeah. Alright, well, don't get mad, but after I meet Elias, even if... Alright, well, don't get mad, but after I meet Elias, if he'd even want to see me, do you want to go out somewhere with me? To catch up and all. I'm kind of exhausted today. I just want to know more about what you've been up to. The gist of it. at least. I'll pay for the food, and you can order whatever you like. Before I can respond, a new customer enters. David's ears perk up. Welcome, let me know if you need anything. The customer nods, taking a few things quickly. Quiet. The customer nods, taking a few things quickly. Quiet, apart from a thank you. What a weird delivery. What a weird sentence. The customer nods, taking a few things quickly. Quiet, apart from a thank you and a goodbye. Meanwhile, David waits for him to finish before he turns to me again. Please say yes. I don't know if I want to deal with all of that right now. And by that, I mean you. No point when you could just vanish again. No point when you could just vanish again. Oh, right. Oh, right, nah. Oh, right, nah. I'm staying for good. My parents' old house is mine now. And there's not much left for me in Germany. Well, Mom's old house. Huh? I'm gonna tell you more if you agree to meet me. David, why? Why? I'm gonna tell you more if you agree to meet tonight. He smiles like he's proud of his offer. I'm not promising anything. All right, I'll talk to Eli first. Ellie. All right, I'll talk to Ellie first, and then ask you again. Well, I'm glad at least you understand. Yeah, I got you. Mind if we exchange numbers? I nod and take his phone to tap out my number while he does the same on mine. I'll be heading off then. I got a lot of catching up to do. Hopefully we can see each other tonight. Maybe. David just smiles and gives me 2 finger guns, followed by some pew-pew sounds as he leaves. Watching him walk out and down the street through the dusty shop window makes me feel uneasy. Him being back at all is surreal. I don't know what to make of his return. My mind races to search for some closure. His unexpected presence has stirred a mix of emotions within me like a storm brewing inside a cup of tea. Yet, I can't seem to grasp a single, tangible emotion from it. Should I feel happy that he's finally back? Or mad that he simply assumes he can slip back into our lives as if nothing had happened after he left? Regardless, perhaps the passage of time has carved a deep rift that separates David and me over all these years, making me feel detached from this whole situation. How does one even navigate the awkward terrain of our suddenly renewed connection? And is it even worth trying? And is it even worth a try? Despite my lingering thoughts about what just happened, the rest of the day unfolds seamlessly. The flow of customers coming in and out blurs into a breathing tide that oscillates between the time... The flow of customers coming in and out blurs into a breathing tide that oscillates between time of bustling activity and tranquil lulls. Every now and then, some guy coming in reminds me of that group of men looking for Otto, while the departure of another brings my thoughts back to David. The sky shifts into a darker hue, bringing along gusts of cold wind. I'm deeply fixated on a line of spruce trees outside waving at me. Some branches that sway and bend a bit too hard begin to snap with a resounding crackle. I pack my things and lock the shop, making sure to check everything one last time so I don't leave anything behind. I look up at the rolling mass of gray clouds looming overhead. The wind is now tugging at loose leaves and tousling my fur. With my house now in sight, I'm surprised to see a giant softy of a bear sitting on my front stairs. I wouldn't say it like that. It's Otto. With my house now in sight, I'm surprised to see a giant softy of a bear sitting on my front stairs. Is he here to talk because of what happened at the shop earlier? Shit. Either way, we exchange smiles as Otto lifts himself up and dusts his pants off. Heyo, Tom. He extends his paw for a handshake. I look at him and then at his hand, confused. Why so formal? Oh, sorry. Otto just smiles awkwardly, clearly embarrassed. Hey, you're fine, big guy. I was just joking. I grab his paw with mine, and we exchange a handshake. With the size of this man, my hand just disappears. Yeah, I'll start. Absolutely. He's so handsome. He's kind of got that Cam fit. He's like Dev and Cam all rolled into one. Bear in the big green flannel. Quickie stretch. I think next time I do this, I should probably be monitoring my waveforms. And I think it'd be nice to have that on screen too. We'll probably do that next time. You know what, actually? This is a debut stream. It's fine. I'm going to do it right now. Fuck it. We'll do it live. Alright, here's what I'm going to do. New project. Okay. Let's get that open. Okay. Here we go. What is all that? Oh, very weird. Okay. All right. Let's get a screen cap here. This will be good. Yeah, that. Is that what we want? So while I'm doing this, just to explain, hi everyone. This is my mini debut stream. I am still getting things set up, trying to figure out the best way to get things all laid out. And I'm gonna grab a slice here. Do we want window capture? Yeah. Reaper. What? Oh. Reaper waveform. Okay. Let's throw this somewhere on. Where are you? Here. Okay. Okay. Let's do a crop on that. Ah, yeah, there we go. Okay. Crop up the bottom. Let's do like, what, 900? Oh, that's pretty close. Let's do 950, 940. Sure. Actually, let me just go ahead and get this on screen now, so that you all have something to look at while I'm fiddling with stuff. Let's transition that over. There it is. Okay. A little bit more cropping. Wait, where did it go? Transform. Edit. Let's crop off the top. Maybe like 100? 125? Oh, that's too much. 110? Sure. Okay. Okay. That's decent. Okay, now this way, you all can see that I'm recording live, and I can see when I'm peeking the mic and doing anything I shouldn't be. Ugh. Is it? Yeah, okay. Is it gonna keep doing that? Do I have to move it over? No. Okay, cool. Alright. Let's get back to it. Have you been waiting long? I need to get myself a lead in. With the size of this man, my hand just disappears. Have you been waiting long? Not long. Not long. He puts his hands in his pockets, but then pulls them out, folding them on his chest. Is everything okay? Is everything okay? Oh, yes, I mean, want to come inside? I'll make some tea. I take out the key from my pocket and move past him towards the door. I'd rather talk here, if that's okay. That's fine too. So what's up? I don't really know where to start. Take your time. He plants his butt back onto the stairs and sighs. I sit next to him, waiting. Otto was never good at opening up, so all I can do now is give him time. We sit there for a few moments before he turns to me. Sorry for taking your time. Nah, it's actually quite nice to just chill right now. I try to give him a reassuring smile, and he returns one in kind. It's just, I was wondering, yeah? Since Anna's gone, I thought maybe you'd want to come visit my parents with me tomorrow. Oh. Will there be favorki? Is that favorki? Yeah, favorki. Will there be favorki? Otto chuckles as I playfully poke him in the shoulder. If I tell my mom that's your requirement, I'm sure she'll gladly make them. She said she misses you visiting. The bear sighs and looks at the ground. Things have been really busy lately, huh? Yeah, but I'd love to come visit them with you. I'd never say no to free food, nor to Otto, for that matter. You will? Great. What time tomorrow? Otto seems to think over his answer. Did he think I'd decline? 5 p.m. should work fine. Is that okay with you? If not, we can change the time to... That's fine with me. He smiles widely, throwing his arm over my shoulder. Then it's settled. How are your parents? They're fine. Mom was obsessing over you coming over for dinner, which you already know about, so I thought I'd ask. As for Dad, he wants to put a second ramp and a basketball hoop so he can slide and play in the house on his wheelchair. Oh, I don't know if I said any of that. Funny. Let's try it again. As for Dad, he wants to put a second ramp and a basketball hoop so he can slide and play in the house on his wheelchair. That's cool. I doubt your mom will agree, no? She already told him no, but he keeps doing his stuff. Sure sounds like it. How about you? I thought you'd decline my offer instantly. I'm alright, but why'd you think that? With your dad quitting his job. For a moment, I thought I misheard. Did he just... Wait, what did you say? Your dad quit his job? No way. When? 3 days ago. 3 days ago. There was some argument with his coworkers. After that, he just quit. He didn't know? I'm sorry. No, it's not your fault. No, it's not your fault. No, it's not your fault. Don't worry. I feel like I'm about to burst through our house door and kick his ass. But I don't want Otto to see that. I'll manage. 2 jobs, remember? I'm a detective now. Well, kinda. I give Otto a thumbs up while he rubs his temple, letting out a dejected sigh. I give Otto a thumbs up while he rubs his temple, letting out a dejected sigh. Tom, please. I'm glad Markus hired you, but does that job even pay well? Well, not yet, but we had a breakthrough with a case, so I should get a decent amount of money soon. Hopefully it all works out. And if you ever need anything, let me know, okay? Sure, I will. And thank you. Without a word, he lurches toward me for a hug, squeezing me as my small body melts into his. What's that for? Wait. I can't say I didn't miss the warm and soft feeling of a hug, but Otto sometimes overdoes it. You're crushing me. Sorry. Totally fine? Totally fine. I massage my sides. Hopefully nothing is broken. Otto looks at me awkwardly, as if he has no idea what to say. So how was your day at the shop? Strange things happened. Oh? Well, for starters, David is back. Oh, that's good. Who knows? But the second thing is weirder. Oh yeah? 4 men came into the shop all dressed up, as if they'd just come from a fancy finance job. Led by some wolf fella. They asked about you. Did you tell them anything? Nothing really. They were really suspicious. Seemed to think Anna's shop was yours. And also they knew Anna's name. I explained what happened to Otto, paying close attention to how he reacts. He looks relieved. Alright, well, thanks. You shouldn't have lied to them for me. But I'm kind of glad you did. Who were they? Oh, nothing to worry about. I think those could be the men my father was doing business with before he retired. I give Otto a long look. Something about what he said nagging me. He's being avoidant. And if what he said were true, and they dealt with his father before, wouldn't they already know where to find Otto? Or just go to his father? Are they dangerous? I don't think so. Still, I'd avoid them from now on. Why? I don't know. Well, that's odd. All right, big guy. Keep your secrets. Huh? Nothing. Don't worry about it. Sorry, Tom, but I gotta go. I need to make sure the rest of the men aren't burning my company down. Sure, of course. So, tomorrow, if that's cool with you? Oh yeah, I'll definitely come. He leaves rather quickly, waving goodbye while I wave back. I can't help but worry about him. Clearly, he's lying to me. Otto rarely shares his problems with anyone. Maybe Anna knows something. I should give her a call later. I know I've been yakking for a little while, but I think this is probably a good stopping point. Let me... all of my old saves. Where am I? 9? Let's put it on 9. Okay. Yeah. We'll call it for now. If having Reaper open is a cool idea, I'll probably continue to do that. I think I need to shrink the window a little bit, though. Let's move that over. How does that look? Yeah, sure. Yeah, that's fine. Okay. Yeah. So, this will go up on YouTube soon. We'll call out the recording for it. I am so glad to be making YouTube videos again. And it was really nice to just read. I feel like I haven't done this in forever. Let me stop this recording. Yeah. But yeah. I appreciate y'all joining me. Helping me stay on task. Keeping working. if people have cool ideas for things I can do to adjust to the stream, that would be super appreciated. I need to figure out where the controls are for raiding. Because who's around? Let's see. Yeah. I appreciate y'all being here. Surely. What is the button? Y'all get to watch me fumble with whoever's on and around. Shoot. Nobody I follow is on currently. So I guess we'll call it here. Thank you all for being here. I was so glad to get to show off Chopper's artwork. Let me... Oh, you know what? Here. Can we switch it to that? No. Let me just pull it up. I will pull up Chopper's info so you all can see as he posts art. All of his stuff is super hot. Oh, all he's done is posted the one thing for me so far. There you are. Oh, go. That's Chopper. Also check out Unveiling, because that's the visual novel that I'm editing with them, helping localize from Spanish. Chopper is our artist. I also voice act and play the voice of Blage in that game, big old beefy horse. That would be a fun one to get back into too. I started reading that one. Maybe I'll see if Blozy and Chopper can join us sometime. That would be fun to do like a like a director's cut of a read through. But yeah, appreciate y'all coming by. We'll go ahead and we'll call it. We'll call it here. Thanks for coming by, y'all. I'll post more info about the next time I'm on, and everyone will have more advance notice. So, see you all next time.